wants to throw, pumps, throws it in the end zone, back shoulder fade. Bud Sasser makes the reception. Touchdown, Missouri, here on the left sideline. This one's over, folks. Missouri is going to win its 10th consecutive game away from home. Missouri is going to go to 9-2. For the 5th time in Gary Pinkel's tenure at Missouri, the Tigers have won 9 games. Missouri scores 13 points in the 4th quarter.
We have Mike.
Pick up win number 9, and they keep their hopes of a 2nd consecutive SEC East title alive.
Well, it wasn't pretty. It's about as pretty as the voice of the Tigers, but we'll win ugly. We'll win any way we can take it. Mike Kelly, voice of the Tigers. Boy, that was some game on Saturday, wasn't it?
Well, it was, and it was a matter of, once again, their defense playing very well, and then your offense finding its rhythm and, winning the game. So, anytime you win on the road, it's a good win. Now, 2 consecutive seasons you've gone unbeaten away from home. Can you close the season with a win at home? That's the biggest question because you've dropped 2 there now this season. So, but everything on the line coming up Friday against Arkansas.
Yeah. Now we touched a little bit on Arkansas on Friday. They won. They've had a terrible year, but they've now won 2 in a row, though.
Well, I think that's indicative of a team that's getting better. I mean, they've shut out their last 2 opponents, and oh, by the way, those 2 opponents have been LSU, who was ranked 17 at the time, and 8th ranked Ole Miss, and they absolutely manhandled Ole Miss this weekend. They have taken on the personality of their head coach, Brett Bielema. He's a guy that at Wisconsin had some teams that just were extremely physical and would control the line of scrimmage on both sides of the football. And make no mistake about it, this team is not devoid of talent. It's a team that continues to get better. And I guarantee you it is a team that will come into Columbia on Friday and will challenge Mizzou's manhood on both sides of the football.
So come Friday at 1:30, the day after Thanksgiving, Mizzou wins. They're in the SEC championship for the 2nd year in a row.
Correct. So that's what they have to do. If you've guaranteed yourself a share of the East Division title, but if you lose the game against Arkansas, you tie with Georgia, and Georgia, by virtue of that, of that win over Missouri earlier in the year at Faurot Field, would go on to Atlanta to take on, in all probability, Alabama.
And I think that is nothing short of remarkable. And Gary Pinkel should be. I don't know if he is but talk about Coach of the Year awards for him to lose all that talent last year and then to come back and pull this off. I think that is nothing. It could be his best coaching job of his career.
Well, it's been very, very good. And the adjustments they've had to make along the way on the offensive side of the football, they've become more ball control, less trying to stretch the field vertically. They've done that at times when they've had opportunities, as evidenced in the 4th quarter against Tennessee this week. But they've tried to take advantage of a running attack. They've used 2 tight ends more this year than they have in years past, and they've got a defense that just continues to play well. 8 consecutive weeks where they've been very, very good. So he's done a terrific job. He won't win the Coach of the Year, but in the SEC, but he certainly will get some votes.
Yeah, and then how about the atmosphere Friday down on campus, right? Friday after Thanksgiving, that should be a blast.
Well, you hope. That's the thing is, it's not sold out. The students will be gone because of Thanksgiving break, so you hope that they return for the game, and you hope that the Missouri fans respond because traditionally those games, late in the season, have not sold well. So with something on the line and with a new rival coming to town, you hope that the Mizzou fans respond.
I've always loved those Friday after Thanksgiving days. Those are usually a lot of fun because you don't have class for 3 or 4 days.
You like them unless you were hoping to go to Maui and then.
Well, good point too.
And you don't like them too much. I credit my buddy Dave Matter from the Post-Dispatch because he made it to Maui, I think, early this morning. So after being in Knoxville on Saturday night, and Missouri's basketball team has a difficult test coming up this afternoon as they take on the number 2 team in the country. All
right, Mike Kelly, we'll talk more about that throughout the week. You enjoy your Thanksgiving, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, see you. Bye.
Mike Kelly, voice of the Tigers, talking about that Tennessee victory, 29-21. Wasn't ugly, but they did it. And now they take on Arkansas. Missouri takes on Arkansas. 1:30 start time on Friday. Gear up for some cold turkey sandwiches and some of that leftover pumpkin pie, put the fire on, and settle up to a nice little